You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
Joe Cronin Show.
A wrestling podcast with attitude.
This show is not for the weak at heart. But your audience is only. Call the show 339-226-6610.
Over 50 million views. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
I hope you hang your mother. This country sucks! This place sucks! CNN masturbated all fucking day. Dude, I will eat your fucking asshole out and then spit it into your mouth, baby bird style. Who wants to go? Call the show. I'll fuck your ass! I want to kill myself! If I think it sucks, I tell you!
The Joe Cronin Show.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Dude, I thought the promos at the end were just bizarre. We're going to have to go listen to that again. I've been critical so many times of Adam Hangman Page, but, like, I got to listen to this promo again, man, because it felt... I don't know why. I didn't believe a thing these guys were saying to each other. I don't know why exactly. But, dude, I just was not believing a thing that they were saying. And I part of that's probably, you know, Adam Page, I guess, because I just don't buy a lot of what he talks about. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just not possible, bro. I don't believe what I have to listen to it again because Swerve Scott, I'm not sure, but I certainly didn't believe Adam Hangman Page. You know, just did not believe anything he was saying. At the end, he got better, but at the beginning, they just went on. I was like, what are these guys talking about? Swerve was a little better, yeah, but it was weird. Yeah, it was just not right. I thought there were some things that were good tonight, though. But the Adam Cole thing is really interesting. You know, it's the Adam Cole thing is really interesting. What they did at the end of the show was, I thought, really entertaining. And it sounds like I'm like, so what are they doing here? A group of guys attacks Jay White. And it could be the Kingdom, but no, it could be Adam Cole. So they could be setting up this story way down the road, assuming Adam Cole is really hurt, which pretty sure he's really hurt. Did Adam Cole hurt his ankle a little bit and didn't break it in all those areas that he said? Because he was like, I fractured it in 3 different places. It's an unhappy story. But did Adam Cole actually just pull a tendon or sprain his ankle badly? And they're working us with surgery and that's not real? Is he really hurt and this is part of a long-term angle and that's Adam Cole? Is it not Adam Cole? Is it my old buddy Vinny Marseglia? What do they call him now? Vincent? Is it the Kingdom, my buddies? Is it them? I don't know. Are they setting up this story for long-term down the road? Or are they setting it up for recently? Is Adam Cole hurt the way that he said he's hurt? Or are they messing with us a little bit about his injury? You know, it's like, and that's the one good thing about this is I don't know right now. It feels like that was Adam Cole in the back, though. And whether it's really him or someone playing him, because who's in a mask, so you can't tell anyway. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know exactly what to believe and exactly what to think. So the fact that this story could go in all kinds of different directions is quite interesting to me. But yeah, we're live on a Wednesday night for Dynamite. Here's the donation link in the chat. I'm going to pin it in there if you guys want to drop a dono. There is the donation link, or super chat if you'd like. Either way, it's great with me to do either one. He's 78 pounds. Who cares? What I loved is that MJF tonight cut the actual promo practically that I've been cutting on Jay White for a while. MJF said all the things that I've been saying about Jay White. And he said it tonight, kind of burying the guy because there wasn't much he could really come back from. You know, he got intense and he started yelling and he kept... I think he responded fairly well because it was really going to be hard to say anything after what MJF said to him. And MJF won that battle promo situation, whatever you want to call it. But that setup of, you know, people used to say, you know, but he's no this guy, he's like this guy, but he's no that guy, and then the list went up and up and up, and then basically he took himself as the barometer and put that on Jay White way at the end after he had already been cutting this promo, and I thought that was crazy how he set that up. So MJF with phenomenal storytelling, using a well thought out example to basically tell a punchline at the end of the promo. Layered within that, though, were these little realistic jabs that I've made on Jay White myself. Do you know what I'm saying? And MJF did that. He did it all. He laid every little jab he could at this guy. It was so clear, thought out, and concise, and just devastating. It was a devastating promo that he hit Jay White with. Do you know? And it's the same thing that I said about Jay White. Remember when Jay White first arrived? And then remember a couple weeks after that? First I ranted on, like, who gives a shit? Everyone's like, Jay White's here. Yeah, great. So what? What the fuck does he do? He's a little toothpick. And he just, oh yeah, mate, I'm Jay White. Ha ha ha. Who gives a shit? So Jay White's the leader of the fucking, like, dead fucking Bullet Club? He's got a fucking accent. He looks like discount Seth Rollins. Not as big. He's Adam Cole without the music. I don't know what you want to say. I don't even think he has the music. What's funny is MJF was like, you know, they get you the good music. They get you this, they get you that. I don't even think he has that good of music. But the bottom line is the guy don't have much at all. And I've been saying it since day one. I don't give a shit if Jay White comes because I don't give a fuck about Jay White. You know, the only thing Jay White could possibly be good at is wrestling in the ring. And I haven't seen enough Jay White matches, so I don't care. That's why I don't care. You know what I mean? I haven't even really seen too much in AEW. What am I supposed to be like, oh, let me bow down to this guy, Jay White, coming in? I don't give a shit. Darby Allin's better than Jay White. Why don't we talk about Darby Allin like this? Darby Allin's better than Jay White. Hello? Like, yeah, Jay White can cut a better promo than Darby Allin, maybe. Can speak better on the microphone, I guess. But Darby's more interesting to me. Got a good theme. Got a weird look. It's a kamikaze suicidal out there in the ring. He's literally like Mankind and Taka Michinoku combined. It's like, I don't know, bro. I think that Darby Allin's more interesting. If you asked me, Joe, they're going to do a ladder match Jay White or Darby Allin? I'm going to say Darby Allin. So what's the big deal? And I was saying this, and I thought maybe this guy's going to prove me wrong. Maybe. You know? Do. Let's see. I don't know. I don't see any comments about that. I don't see any real comments about that. You know? Anywhere. I'm looking right now. I don't see it. Don't see it. What else is there? Well, we got to get some of the audio up, because this is a show tonight that really we need to play some of the audio. It might get a copyright, and I won't make any ad revenue, which would have only been like $15 anyway. But I think we need to have, I think we got to play some of this stuff, assuming the show uploaded. Yeah, there it is. Let's get this going. We got to hear some of this. First of all, Dynamite opened up Jeff Jarrett, and I thought to myself, man, this is what we got. Jeff Jarrett and the man that concussed and almost killed John Moxley last week, Ray Phoenix, Jeff Jarrett to open the show, and I thought, man, this is TNA Impact. You know, it was very, but, you know, it was all right enough, I guess. They're really building Ray, man. They're really building him up to this international star of whatever. It was all right. And then we got MJF and Adam Cole on a boat, looking like Gilligan and the Skipper out there. And they reeled in the Big Show, or Captain Insano, I guess he might have been, which was kind of funny.
Having more than one friend is not for me, but I guess if it's normal and it's your deal, I support you.
And I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Of course. And plus, dude, I almost got caught the last time I threw my overboard, so this is great.
Dude, what the? Wait, Max.
Oh, you got a bite. You got a bite.
I got a bite.
I got you. I got you.
I got a bite. I think I got something.
Tug.
I think I got something. I got something. I got something.
I can't believe they convinced the Big Show to get into a rubber ducky. Hey, man, you know, say what you want. This was funny to me. Now, it would have been funnier if a shark showed up out of nowhere. You know what would have been really funny? If Captain Insano suddenly was like, oh my God, there's a shark in here. Oh my God, there's a shark. Get him out of there. Guys, there's a shark, God damn it. Like, let me out. Oh my God, it's swimming right into my junk, into my crotch. And they're like, what the hell? We got to get him out of there before the shark eats his privates or whatever. And he's like, oh, there's something. Oh, he's looking down. And then all of a sudden, Sonny Kiss emerges from the water and is like, ooh, it's just me. And then Captain Insano says, I thought you were fired. And Sonny Kiss says, I am. I live in the ocean now. Anyway, gotta go. And then just went back under and swam away, and nothing ever was mentioned again. Like, I'm sorry, bro. I would have passed out. Dude, you can say that's bad taste, Joe. That's stupid, Joe. That's bro. I would, if I was Tony Khan, I would have called Sonny Kiss and said, hey, Sonny Kiss, can you be at this taping for this thing? And we want you to come out of the water, and then you go back down again. And we'll give you like $10,000. I don't know. Sonny Kiss would have said yes and would have been there, and they would have shot what I just said. And then then Captain Insano should say out loud, like, should I file charges on him for that? And then MJF could have just said, well, he's just a shark, bro. I don't know. But something like that, I would have laughed my ass off if Sonny Kiss for no reason came out of nowhere from under the water. And I don't know why. These are the weird things that so like for someone to think that this is insane and stupid, yeah, it's a little ridiculous and obviously stupid, but I would have made it even crazier. And, you know, that's the part of my brain that I've always kind of like enjoyed the Vince McMahon humor and the Bruce Pritchard humor sometimes. I don't always enjoy it, and I don't enjoy it when it's all the time and it's really plain. But like there's a part of me that's just a sick person, and I think it would have been funny if Sonny Kiss had been basically molesting him from under the water, and he thought a shark was touching his junk. That would have been funny. And Sonny Kiss is a mermaid. That's a great idea. He had the fish tail on the mermaid tail, and then he just flopped away like this, like out of nowhere. Like, I don't care what you say. It may be stupid, but I'll tell you what, it would have been one of the highlights of the night, and I would have been massively entertained, and that's all that matters to me, folks. That's all that matters to me, goddammit. That being said, I don't know why I do this show anymore. I don't know. Why do I do this? I don't know why. I got paint all over myself today. I got paint all over me. Like literally got paint all over me. I went down to the flea market there today. Today was my day off, so I went down to the flea market to I went looking for like a piece of furniture, you know, that I could grab, like some cheap piece of furniture, you know, to try to like fix it up or whatever, maybe make a couple of bucks or whatever. So I went down to the flea market area, and I found this table, and you know, I was like, all right, you know, I bet you I could sand that and paint it and whatever, and sell it for money, you know, because it was $5. So I was like, all right, I got $5 in cash. I had a $5 bill. I went down there looking for, you know, $1, $2, $3 items. So this was $5 though. So I was like, cool, $5. So I find this thing, and I spent, like, dude, my body is killing me. Like, I probably haven't used certain muscles and bones that I've used in a long time. I fucking, dude, I was bent over. This is the funniest fucking thing you guys will. Well, this is the. Just listen. So we're gonna get back to the AEW review in just a second. So far, we've talked about the Big Show in a fucking duck inner tube, and then the opening match. But yeah, so I'm painting this table, right? And I a bunch of yellow jackets. Just they kept showing up, dude. These fucking bees. I don't know why, but bees apparently are attracted to the smell of chemicals in paint. I don't know why. But they were all over the place, and I am like terrified of bees because I've been stung before, and whatever. I just don't like whatever. I don't like bees. I freaked out. So two of the bees buzzed right into my face. They're like, and I'm like, oh. So then I turn around and I go to just kind of run away a little bit, like around the back of the table to get away from them. Like, what the fuck, man? They wouldn't leave me alone. And I kicked over the entire paint thing. Luckily, the tarp was down. I kicked over the entire thing of white paint, which I found in my basement that had been here since when we bought the house. They left all this paint. There was lots of paint they left here. And then I kicked over a can of table, what do you call it? Not polyurethane, the other stuff, the stain stuff, the wood stain. I kicked that over too. And it mixed together in a giant pool in the tarp. And I was like, Jesus Christ, man, I don't even know how long it's going to take to get that up with whatever. I use paper towels. But I was just doing, it was one thing after the other, just for all this shit. It took like 6 hours. My hands were killing me. Like, my legs are killing me. My neck is killing me. I'm like, what am I doing on my fucking day off of work? You know what I mean? I could have gone live here in the morning with you guys, but it's like that hadn't been doing too well recently. So I was like, well, I'm gonna try to do something else. And I wish I did not do it because my fucking body is killing me right now. like I was like bent over. I stabbed myself with the thing. I got fucking pain all over myself. Probably have chemical in myself. It was fucking crazy. But anyway, we'll get back to the AEW review. We left off at the Big Show and the Duck. So the table looked like this. It was $5. I got it for $5. I was like, damn. All right, $5. So maybe I can maybe if I fix it up, I can get $50 for it or something like that. So this was the table. And I was like, all right, it's a little desk, kid desk maybe. Could be a display desk in a living room, a hallway, or something in a house. Could be a kid's desk or something like that. $5, okay. So I'm like, I grabbed that with my $5. And now it's not finished in this picture, but close enough. This is what I got it to look like so far. Now the knobs aren't back on it. And I haven't put the polyurethane gloss on the top, but I got it looking pretty different. I thought a little bit. I felt like a little bit more like nicer looking, modernized a little bit. So I just gonna put the knobs back in, and one of the drawers was out because I had to repaint something, and I had to fix the inside shelf. So that all got done. I fixed the inside shelf trackings that were broken. I glued all that shit. And I did all this stuff. So I was doing this all day. That's why I wasn't live earlier, but it's just like I spilled paint on everything. It was fucking just a nightmare. I was like, how do people do this? Like, I'm like retarded. But yay, it was $5. Now maybe it's $30. I don't know. Maybe somebody will buy it for like $30. I don't know. 20, $50, maybe $50. 50 would be better. I'll take the 50. But yeah, that's what I was doing today. And the Big Show, or Captain Insano, was cruising around a river. Let's go back to the audio.
Captain Insano can't even go for a swim.
Captain Insano can't even go for a swim. Oh, my God. Now, it also could have been funny if they couldn't get Sonny Kiss to do the thing that I just talked about, swimming in the water. It would have been funny if it would have been funny if Big Show, or Captain Insano, Paul White, had just, at that point when he said, Captain Insano can't even go for a swim. Now, I think he's laughing right there. I think he's got to be covering up laughing, right? So I think it would be funny if Captain Insano now slipped under the raft and his hands went up and he just went, ooh, boo, and they cut back to Max and Adam Cole, and they were like, what happened? Where'd he go? And then they cut back and the raft is there and he's gone. Do you think we should call somebody? I mean, he never came back up. You know what I mean? And they'll just be like, no, I don't know. And so you can almost assume that Captain Insano is dead. I don't know. I'm so bored with wrestling at this point that I'm looking for the most insane, ridiculous crap to entertain me. But yeah, I really enjoyed Captain Insano. So pretty good. We are approaching 69 likes, which always makes me hard, to be honest. Man, Raymond did not like AEW tonight. My wife last year went over a beehive with the lawnmower. It was awful. Oh, my God, James. Yeah, my mother got stung by a bee. I told you guys about this a couple months ago. My mother got stung a couple of months ago, and I went over the house with her because she's allergic, and I went over to her house to make sure she was okay. I stayed there, and 48 hours went by, and the swelling went down a little bit in her face and her side of her arm. And I was like, wow, you dodged a bullet, because, yeah, we were really concerned about my mother when she got stung. She hit a bee's nest as well. And I was really worried about my mom. And then suddenly, 2 weeks later, she started getting hives all over her body. 2 weeks. And she felt dizzy. And the hospital gave her a drug, like steroids and stuff like that to fix this. And then she developed vertigo. My mother. My mother has been walking around with a cane for the last 20, 30 days. My mother's been coming over with a cane. And she had to go to therapy for vertigo, and it was all from the bee sting. This bee sting cost my mother like over a month of problems, and she's still having some of those problems right now. My mother's been having like dizziness and things like that, and they're like, we don't know. It's weird, but it's something to do, I think, within her ears area because she got stung right here, and I think the swelling did something. But it's like, dude, a bee sting has made my mother's life kind of weird for the last couple of months. And my mother's 72, so my mother has no other ailments that we know of or anything like that. And a friggin' bee sting did that. So it's crazy. And so you don't know what the hell is going to happen with bees. Some people die of bee stings like immediately. They'll get stung, and then 2 hours later, they're all of a sudden, your throat seals up and you die. That's why you have to have an EpiPen if you're allergic to bees. And if you're allergic to bees, you should have an EpiPen. If you don't have one, it's like you should have one. My mother should have one. We told her to get one, and she hadn't gotten one. In fact, I still don't think she has one. And I yelled at her again last week. I said, you better go get an EpiPen. Like, you should have a new one every year, or 2 years, especially with you being old now. You get stung by a bee. You don't want to die being stung by a bee. And yeah, she's allergic, so it's pretty crazy. Anyway, the big show. But then, nope, the big show, Captain Insano, he makes it out of the water. Everything's okay. They're just having some brewskis on the boat. It's all good. I miss being on the boat, having a couple of beers on the boat. I miss those days, especially when the guy that was driving us was had heart problems and drank about 30 beers. So, But yeah, so it was a little bit of a crazy day. Someone said, "Joe, I hope you enjoyed your day off." And it was not a day off. I was flipping furniture today. What are they drinking? Looks like Sprite. Yeah, they put a little koozie over it, didn't they? Or did they just use white tape? Because I feel like white tape, not that any of this is really believable, but white tape really takes you out of it. Like, who sits there to take a few seconds to tape up beer or Sprite or whatever that is? Like, you would put it in a koozie or coaster or something. Koozie's the word. But not, but you're sitting there taping it up. Like, it's just funny. Anyway, I thought the segment was okay. I thought the Don Callis segment was pretty good, but then they cut to that weird footage, dude, of them beating up this guy in Japan in the dojo wrestling area, whatever it was, and it didn't look very good. Like them beating him up for some reason. It was like they were taking it more easy than usual, and because there's no crowd and intensity and it was just one camera, like you could really notice that they were not. Like, it looked like something, that we would film, that I would film, at Grimm's toy show or something. And it wasn't the filming, really. It was the execution of the wrestling. At the end, when someone got hit in the head, that looked good, though. That looked pretty good. But it just looked bizarre. I just, Take a shit or whatever his name is, just doesn't work as a heel. So none of this matters. This New Japan stuff I don't care. But, I like Don Callis, so it's like Don Callis yelling and speaking. I'm like, yes, the Don Callis family. I like all that, and with Don's, he's nuts. I like Don Callis. But I don't care about anything else besides Don Callis. And that's the funny thing. I don't care what Takeshita does, or whatever his name is. I don't care what anybody does. I don't care that Renee Young is dressed like a gothic music teacher. I don't... nothing about any of this that I care about. But I liked Don Callis. Yeah, they beat up Ibushi. I just don't know why they didn't make it look better. It should have looked better. They just it was like they quickly did it and they were like, okay, whatever. But their reactions to it and stuff were pretty good. I like that. There were just some things I didn't care for. So it was all right. And this is, what's Wednesday night? It's AEW. It's, You know, Brody King is there. We don't have Brody Lee anymore, but Brody King is there. Let me see what else. Where were we here? We wanted to play some of the other stuff. The Sammy Guevara stuff. The Sammy Guevara stuff. I like Sammy Guevara, but again, he sort of just said, like, he just said generic stuff on the mic. He's like, yeah, I'm the good guy. He's the bad guy. And that sort of kind of worked. That part was fine. But he had really nothing else to say. You know, he could have said anything. He could have made up stuff. He could have said, Jericho's jealous of everything about me, you know, and you people don't care how selfish he is. You keep cheering him. You keep loving him. You keep singing his song. You sing Judas. You don't care if he breaks a guy's legs, if he hurts someone, if he backstabs someone. Chris Jericho is jealous. He's been even more jealous of me ever since I got married, because I have a beautiful wife now in a relationship, and he's jealous of it, just like all of you people are. You hate her. You hate us so bad. So doesn't he, because unlike him, my family loves what I do and loves me, and I love her, and we travel together, and we're going to be a family on the road together. Jericho, your family's embarrassed. You hide them, and we never hear a peep from any of them because they can't stand you. But I have real love, and you're jealous of that. These people are jealous of this, and that's why these people like Jericho, because he's a scumbag just like they are. He could have said something like that. I mean, it would have been generic-ish, but at least he sort of like poured it in a little bit. He sort of just kind of came on the mic and to me and just said whatever. Like, oh, I'm not the bad guy. He's the bad guy, which is okay, but it's going to get a reaction, but I didn't think it was that great. Can we hear that part, or is the app retarded?
You couldn't get up there. You couldn't get up after everything Brian dished
You
out.
couldn't get up. God, I hate Ricky Starks.
I was champion without him. I did pay-per-views without him.
I did pay-per-views
on my own, and every time I was starting to fly high, he would clip my wings. He would clip my wings and hold me back, and I thought one day, I thought Chris was going to go and pass me the torch.
I actually like that part. I think I missed that part. I actually like that. I take it back. That part was good too. You know what I mean? I every time I was flying high, every time I was doing well, he clipped my wings. I love it. Because it really, and so I kind of like that now. I didn't hear that before, so maybe I'm wrong. But he's still, yeah, I like that. I got to take that back because I like that. That he's building the story of he just holds people back. He tries to bullshit you so he can keep you by his side, to keep you in line with him, to be his ally, because he's stronger with strong people. But he needs the strong people to also be too stupid to realize what's going on. And I'm not stupid anymore, Chris. You may have fooled me a little bit as I was a little bit younger. I was a little bit in awe by you. Grew up watching you. But the fact of the matter is, they say never meet your heroes. And unfortunately for me, I not only met my hero, but I lived on the road with him. I rode with him. And it hurts even more deep inside, because every single time you let me down, it ripped a piece of my childhood memories and nostalgia from this place in my brain that I keep and I hold dear. Every single great moment and beautiful reaction I ever had to you, Chris, was torn away. My perception of you, my perception of the wrestling business, all just ripped away into the cold, harsh reality that some people are in this for themselves only and nobody else, and they'll step on anybody they have to get to where they got to be. And that's great for you, Chris, but for me, I'm not a scumbag like you and all these people. I don't know. He could have torn into it a little bit more, but it is better than I thought, so I take it back a little bit.
But he never was, because Don Callis, you showed me Chris Jericho is selfish. So I had to take the torch. And now it's time.
You know, and I would have sort of laid it in that, like, you know, Don Callis affirmed everything I believed. You know what I mean? And I'm just too good of a person to have wanted to pull the trigger myself. I needed somebody to smack some damn sense into me, to slap me around and say, you know, what are you doing letting this guy walk all over you? You wouldn't let anybody else walk all over you, but you're letting Chris Jericho walk all over you because you think he's your friend, because he's a legend, and because you grew up admiring him. You're letting him walk all over you. And I needed somebody like Don Callis who actually cares to slap some sense into me and maybe write me a little check too. But here's the thing. Like, whatever. That sort of thing. You know? Or he could have just said, and Don Callis did this. Not for money. He didn't ask anything of me. He just did it. He didn't ask me to join his group. See, you people, you've all seen this result of me joining Don Callis, but this was done in the back, offered to me for free, offered to me for nothing. I didn't need to join. I didn't need to be his friend. All I had to do was have my eyes opened by Don Callis. He's almost like the dad I never had. Somebody who actually is looking out for me instead of expecting me to look out for them. Expecting a 50-year-old man. Expecting, how old is Sammy Guevara? Expecting, what is he, 24? How old is Sammy Guevara? Instead of a 50-year-old man like Chris Jericho, expecting a young gun like me, up-and-coming guy, to take care of his bags and to watch his back. Instead, a real veteran, a real father figure like Don Callis to have my back, to put his ego aside and to have my back. But Jericho, you would never really do that unless it interested you somehow. You know, that sort of thing. But, you know, that's basically what we're getting at here. We're just kind of meandering on and on about the same thing. But yeah, so it was pretty good. I thought half the promo was good and half of it was like, I didn't care. But actually, he did a pretty good job. I mean, it's just missing an extra couple of little things, I guess. But it was pretty good. I don't mind what Don Callis is doing. Now, why did one of the Young Bucks have to wrestle tonight? Why did one of the Young Bucks have to wrestle Brian Cage and beat him? Does anybody know why one of the Young Bucks had to wrestle in a triple threat, whatever it was, match, and had to win? Why did Nick Jackson have to win a match? Why? Why aren't the Young Bucks a tag team again? Why are the Young Bucks doing singles matches and winning? Like, what? Confused. I don't really get it. Not sure what that was about. Seems fucking stupid, though, to me. Why not have the Young Bucks come out and cut a promo and like, do something else? Do something cool. Maybe have a tag team match. Do something that makes them seem cool again a little bit. They come out there just like these little foot soldiers. The absolute promo of the night was MJF, and we are going to listen to it. We are going to listen to it because it was good.
Super Chat Party.
Jennifer Muppet Baby.
No in Quebec tonight, but I heard the show ended with a contract signing and an attack? Just like SmackDown did? Huh? Love you, Joe.
Oh, I love you. Jennifer Muppet Baby, thank you for the $5. Yeah, it's weird. It ended with people in masks dressed like the MJF devil thing attacking Jay White in the back. It was very weird, and the contract signing was terrible promos and very bad. I don't know what
shit bomb
they were saying.
Remember Macaulay killed by bees in My Girl? Funny.
Yeah. That's actually what I always think of when I think of bees and allergic to bees and attacks. Dude, that movie was so sad. I hate that movie. Like, My Girl 2 is way better. Like, if you want to watch a movie that's good and, like, nice, like, My Girl 2 is the redemption of My Girl. My Girl is just awful. It's so sad. You know what? I'm going to watch it with my daughter. I've been trying to figure out what I can watch with my daughter because my daughter loves movies. Like, she's like me and loves watching movies with me and stuff. My youngest son is always like, he doesn't really want to watch unless it's like really kid cartoon stuff, which is fine. And Gavin, my oldest, he just almost never wants to watch movies ever or TV shows or nothing. He won't watch anything. They want to watch a movie? No. Check this out. Oh, okay, I'm going to go now. Like halfway through it. He can't even make it through a movie. It's very weird. So my partner in crime is my daughter. She watches all kinds of movies with me. I showed her Pippi Longstocking, the movie, not the TV show that had a boy playing Pippi back in the 70s or 60s from Norway or whatever. But she loved it. I showed her Annie. She loved it. We watched The Shining. She loved it. We watched Willy Wonka. She loves that. We watched a bunch of stuff. Like, we've seen a lot of movies that I liked from the 90s. Oh, Groundhog Day. She loves Groundhog Day. And, my wife was like, some of these movies, are you sure she should watch them? And I'm like, I watched these movies when I was 7. I watched these over my grandmother's house in 1990 and 1991. I was like 7 and 8. In 92, I was 8. So, I watched RoboCop. But what you have to realize when you put in a movie like The Shining for your kid who's 8 years old or 9 years old, you're like, I saw The Shining when I was 8 years old, so you can see The Shining too. Let's watch it. But what you forget, and what I realized, is that I watched it on TV and in a recording on TV. Thus, things were cut out. All the swearing, the naked old lady, stuff like that, all cut out. So as we began watching, these movies, and some of them, and especially The Shining, I was like, oh, maybe it's not okay. Like, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. So I was like, holy shit. So I had the remote. I know The Shining so well that I know the swears. But my daughter knows all the swears. So it's like, these kids all know so much stuff now, dude. It's ridiculous. There's like there's like parents on TikTok with their kids. And these are like soccer moms. And they're like, let's listen to something. And then it's like Soulfly, jump the fuck up. And the kid's like, jump the fuck up. And then they're like, yeah, we're in the car listening to Soulfly and I'm a soccer mom. And it's like, what? Dude, when we were kids, it's like, it really does feel like a lot of people have, like, swearing, whatever. Like, it just feels like so much stuff is out the window. You know what I mean? Like, compared to when I was a kid, I know that, like, my parents my life wasn't prudish, like, with our parents, but I just feel like now it's like nobody, like, fuck it. Everybody's like, oh, fuck it. It's weird. So I would pause it when there was, like, a swear, and then the naked old lady part, I was like, you can't watch this part. This is really sick or whatever. And she's like, I want to see it. I'm like, no. It's like I just hit the fast forward skip button. Like, and then I'd hit the mute button, but I have to keep muting it because, there's a ton of F-bombs, dude. It's like, Wendy, you fucking bitch. Like, it's like there's a million. I'm trying to, like, a couple of them got through, but, my daughter heard one of a couple of the F-bombs. When my daughter heard the F-bomb, she goes, don't worry, I won't say that word. And I was like, okay. Promise? But, anyway, so yeah, so My Girl. We should watch My Girl. Me and My Girl. See how I tied that in? But hey, I want a match. I'm in a singles match. I don't think we can watch A Clockwork Orange. I don't think we can watch A Clockwork Orange, Mr. Pico, since in the first 5 minutes of the movie there's a rape scene. So, yeah, I've shown my kids nerdy stuff before. My kid said, he looks like a pedophile. I'm not kidding. That's not a joke. I showed my daughter Nerdy in the church outfit the other day, and I didn't show it to her. She came in the room and was watching something I was doing, and she's like, "What's with him dressed like that? He looks like a creep or something." I'm like, "A creep? What do you mean like a creep?" And then she goes, he looks like a pedo. And I was like, what the hell? What the fuck? I was losing my mind, and I was like, oh my God, why am I not live right now? And why is Nerdy not on the call to hear my daughter call him a pedo? And I said, what? How do you even know what that is? What's a pedo? And she goes, it's like someone who's creepy to kids. And I was like, okay. So, like, I'm like, where does this knowledge come from? But, yeah, I thought that was really funny that she called Nerdy a pedo. Vincent had a promo package that came up after that. We saw a little promo package for Vincent, our old friend Vinny Marcellia from, he killed me in one of his videos on YouTube, if you guys remember, with an axe a long time ago. We never found that video because he took all those videos down, and I actually thought the video was pretty good. I don't know where it is. Someday we'll find it. We'll locate it somehow. Because I played it on the air, so somewhere in my videos is that video. But right now all we have is the clip that I put up on Instagram of when I grab his mask and I'm like, whoo, and then Vinny kills me. So, maybe someday we'll get Vinny Marcellia back on the show again, and then he'll become the AEW champion because he was on the show. So we just need more of that. He had the Ink Sanity thing going. Remember Ink Sanity? Yeah, we don't have the full video. I don't know where it went, guys. Like, people have been asking me to play it for years now, and I still haven't been able to find it. And it's like, I don't know where it is. Yeah, oh, I know what it is. We only have the first half. So in the second video, Vinny kills me with the axe, and it looks pretty good. But I think the only video copy that I have of it is this one, which is not the full video. So this is Vincent's or Vinny Marcellia's mask. Bro, find out what happens next on the top of my Twitter account at Joe Cronin JCS. That's why we don't have it. The Horror King YouTube channel coming next week. Don't touch the mask. Insanity. Vinny Marcellia, Vincent. But yeah, it's the reason why we don't have part 2 we don't easily have part 2 is because I put that video up on Twitter, and obviously my Twitter account got banned, so I can't access the video. And Vinny Marcellia, for I don't know what reason, took down all his Horror King videos from back in the day. So I don't know where that is, but I think I played it on my show later, like I said, at some point. So somewhere it does exist, and I've never been able to find it, to be honest. But it was fun. But the part when I go into the car and I start the car and some things playing on the radio, and I'm like, I hate this song or something like that, and then he pops up from behind and like it cuts away or whatever. It looks funny. I don't know. I thought it was funny. MJF cuts just a beast promo. I thought the stuff with Adam Cole being hurt and his leg and his ankle rather, and MJF's promo tonight, he was in command, fully command tonight. MJF did such a great job. It was great. So I thought that was good. MJF slayed against Jay White. Crushed it. He said everything that I say about Jay White in his promo about Jay White, which I thought was delicious.
Issues here. Does Roddy get admitted to a different hospital in every city we go to? Is that what he does? And then he
I really think it'd be cool if Adam Cole faced Robbie in a wheelchair match. Just a suggestion.
Especially card blade though, so don't worry.
Now, watch me. Boy, that mid-mic work ain't gonna work with MJF. See, when you come for the king, you best not miss. And that first shot was a little bit hairy. Almost as hairy as that pubic hair you got glued to your chin you call a goatee.
So So did MJF like listen to my promo, or is he just on the same wavelength as me, right? Because a couple of weeks ago, you guys will remember, I literally said all this stuff about. I said he looked like a homeless goat. You know that, like, what the fuck is that on his chin? Like, we were making fun of his goatee thing, whatever that is. You know, we talked about how, like, who is he? He's the leader of the Bullet Club. Like, it's a dead group. Like, he's in New Japan. Oh my God, I'm the Jay White. I've got an accent. Like, there's nothing to him at all, in my opinion. I don't know why the fuck anybody just loves him so much. It makes no sense to me at all. And I cut all these things. I said all these things. You can go back and watch the video of me ranting on it twice, 2 different times. I don't know which times I said what things about him, or if I said both those things about him twice. I don't remember. It's all in those promos. There's 2 of them. And here we are, MJF saying all the same things. And I don't think that MJF heard my promo and said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm MJF. I need help with my promos. I'm going to take everything that Joe Cronin says, and I'm going to say it. No, see, I'm not conceited enough and weird enough to think that that's what happened, because it didn't happen. MJF probably doesn't know who I am. So here's the thing. MJF didn't take my words, didn't take what I was saying. It's just that MJF has eyes too, because that's exactly what Jay White has been and is. Everything MJF said was the same thing I said, because it's obvious. He's just willing to say it. And I loved every minute of that.
MJF quoting Omar Little.
Now, Jay, hear me out. In my career, I've been compared to a lot of people. I have. And the sentiment was always the same. Sure, MJF is good, but he's no blank. Sure, MJF is good, but he's no blank. And as my star rose, the names got bigger and bigger, and the goalposts keep moving, and it never bothered me. Jay, it never bothered me. That is, it never bothered me until I read, sure, MJF is good, but he's no Jay White. You see, I didn't understand why it offended me at
100%.
first, but now we're standing eye to eye in my ring in front of my beautiful pores. It's become very apparent to me why. You see, Jay, these people know better than anyone. I'm like a fine filet mignon. Thing about filet is it's its own thing. If it's on a plate, sure, you could have other crap surrounding it, but the plate's all about the filet. Much like when I'm inside this ring, the show is all about MJF, because nobody is on the level. Because I'm a generational talent, babe.
Take that, LA Knight.
And then there's you. You are very talented, Jay, don't get me wrong, but however, even the smartest of wrestling fans, you've managed to confuse them into believing that you and I are on the same level. You've managed to convince them that you are also filet mignon, when in reality, Jay White, you're tofu. Funny. Funny thing about tofu, Jay, it takes on the flavor of whatever you want it to, but you need to add something to it in order to trick yourself into believing it has taste.
MJF is so good with facial expressions because here's the thing. A lot of people talk about what MJF says and how he talks and how his tone is, but not only does MJF have the ability to sort of like play a comedic character, but also play a serious character, something Jericho can usually do. But what also kind of amazes me is even if I couldn't hear words and MJF couldn't speak because he had no vocal cords, I can tell what type of an MJF I'm getting by his facial expressions, and they're so believable, it's crazy. When they're on the boat and they're having a good fun time, he looks like he's having a good fun time and he's like a fun guy to hang out with. But when he's cutting a dead serious promo on you, it's like my mind like immediately can believe every mood that he's in, whether it's joyful, ridiculous, funny, or very serious, or hurt, or scared. When MJF is pretending like he got hurt in a match and he's like, oh, fuck no, and you're like, oh my God, bro, is he really hurt? And then when he's conveying to you that, Captain Insano's in a rubber ducky and we're drinking on a boat having a good time. Or when he's cutting a dead serious promo on an overrated talent who really isn't that talented like Jay White, you believe everything he's saying. And so the thing about MJF is no matter what version of MJF and mood he's in and what he's trying to convey, all of those moods are believable. And it's kind of amazing. Like, sells an injury, amazing. Sells he's angry, amazing. Sells himself, usually amazing. And sells happy, content, or silly, amazing. The guy can do all of those things. He could be in a fucking Broadway play and play 3 different characters, it feels like. MJF could sing in a Broadway play. MJF could be the evil villain in a Broadway play. And MJF could also play an alternate version of the evil villain who's the good guy, who's the hero in that play. And you would believe it because he's that believable. Like, it's actually kind of amazing to realize how MJF can turn any one of those buttons at any point. I know that I'm sucking off MJF right now. And then you see a guy like Adam Hangman Page later on in the night who has the promo skills of a dead rapist. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy comes out and he's like, oh, I'm going to say all the same Adam Cole things I always say. And then they just like, and Swerve and him, they just didn't, it was like, I don't believe either one of you even believe what you're saying to each other. And so you got to give Jay White credit because Jay White got buried in this promo. And Jay White, despite he didn't say the greatest stuff in his retort or rebuttal to MJF. I would say that MJF cut about an 8.5 out of 10 promo on him. Maybe a 9. It was a very good promo on him. And I would say that he dropped a 7. You know, he had intensity. He spoke confidently. He didn't quite have the arsenal of the bombs that MJF dropped on MJF, but he did try to hold his own and did kind of hold his own, despite really being, I think, at an unfair advantage in many different ways. So I will give credit to Jay White here. So Jay White and MJF combined for a wonderful promo segment. Swerve Scott and Adam Hangman Page, unfortunately, combined for a bizarre, somewhat awkward contract signing promo that I just didn't care about that much. Swerve was better, but Hangman is yikes.
And Jay White, you have been given everything.
Hangman Page is that guy. That's where promos go to die. Hangman Page.
All the finest spices, herbs, and accoutrement, the cool entrance, the cool nickname, the cool theme music, the cool t-shirts, big match opportunities. You were handed the keys to one of the greatest wrestling factions of all time. However, if I pluck it all away, I am left with nothing but boring, bland, tasteless tofu. Jay, you're all hype. You are nothing more than an intelligently produced, mass-marketed vision of what someone in Japan thought was a top guy. So allow me to give you some advice from a real top guy. Here's the deal. If I were you, I would leave this ring and I damn sure wouldn't keep talking smack to my pores. Because if you don't, for the rest of your career, whenever our names are mentioned in the same sentence, it will read as follows. Sure, Jay White's good, but he's no Maxwell Jacob Friedman, because I'm better than you.
That was crazy, bro. Like, that was some Eminem 8 Mile shit. You know what I mean? I mean, Jay White had to yell and get up in his face, and MJF had to like react to all these things, like, to help him out, like, ooh. Like, ooh, and he had to make all these gestures like he was upset about the things that Jay White was saying. Did you guys notice that? You know, that Jay White was like, and here's the other thing, da 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 da, and then MJF would be like, ooh. He had to like pretend, like, you know. So, but this was a much better segment than that Adam Page. Adam Page sucks on promos. He's such a little boy. I don't believe him. And you stab the guy in the hand with the pen. Stab him in the eye next time. Anyway, I thought AEW was a 6 out of 10 tonight. Maybe. I don't know. Does anyone care anyway? I mean, it wasn't fair. He did get buried, Rojas. You know, I will say that it was kind of like, ooh, man, if I was Jay White, I would have been like, man, what the fuck? Why even do anything? Yep, but I know, you know. Anyway, it was a really long day. I'm pretty fucking tired. I'm obviously falling. I'm like, my brain is crashing right now. I can't believe I spent 6 hours painting a fucking desk today. Like, it was so fucking crazy. And sanding and getting stung by bees. So crazy. Yeah, the audio was weird. The audio sounded weird too, by the way. But yeah, MJF got crazy on him. What's up, Ashley? Hope you guys hit that like button. I hope you are subbed if you're watching right now. And yeah.
That makes me so hot. I want to suck it. Put that thing right near my lips. Can I do that?
I want to peel a banana.
Peel that banana there.
I want to.
Oh.
I'm peeling a banana.
I love to play with fruit. Yes, peel it slow, baby.
I want to peel your banana. Banana time.
Baby.
Oh, my
it's
God.
Banana time, baby.
Yeah, say banana time. Yeah, say that again. Yeah.
banana time, baby. It's banana time.
Oh,
Kill that banana.
yeah!
It's banana time, baby.
Oh, yeah! It's banana time!
It's banana time, baby. Yes, it's banana time. Kill that fucking banana. It's banana time, baby.
Oh, my God. Jeez.
Oh, my God. It's banana time. It's banana time. Banana time. Oh, banana time. Banana time. Banana time. Oh, yes, banana time.
Oh, yeah, beat the fuck out of me.
Yes, baby, banana time. Fucking banana time.
Oh.
I just love banana time.
I'm gonna
kill that fucking banana, baby.
I want to hit you in the head with a candlestick.
Hit me in the fucking head with a candlestick, baby. Hit me in the head.
I just did it. I'll do it again.
Hit me again, baby. Oh, yes. I love banana time. I love being hit in the head.
Banana time, bitch!
It's fucking banana time, baby. Banana time, banana time, banana time. Banana time. Yes, it's banana time. Hit me in the head again, baby. Oh, yes, it's banana time. You feel so good. Fucking hit me, banana time. Yes, baby. It's banana time. It's fucking banana time, baby.
Now we're going to cook it. We're going to cook the banana and we're going to melt it all over me.
Let's cook that banana with that candlestick, baby.
Bash my brains in!
Right
Bash my brains in!
Fucking bashing your brains in, baby. Hitting you right now. Fucking bashing your brains in and cooking your banana with a candlestick. Fucking yes. Bashing your fucking brains in.
Oh,
Bash
God!
your fucking brains in. I'm hitting you hard.
Oh,
I'm hitting you hard.
Call me horse curd. Call me horse curd.
You're a fucking horse curd, baby. You're a fucking horse curd. It's fucking banana time. Fucking horse curd. Fucking horse curd. Bashing that brains in. I'm bashing your fucking brains in.
Dude, what the hell is that? I'm gonna pass out, bro. Yo, it's banana time. What did you say? I don't even remember now. I'm gonna pass out, dude. I'm gonna pass out, dude. Oh, my God. Oh, God, Stoom. Oh, my God. I should have had her say that Sandy Hook. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Hey, wow. That was back when we still had 30-something producers. Holy shit. Well, all right. Well, who remembers that time when it was banana time, man? What a great time banana time was. All right. Well, everybody have a good night, and I'll see you maybe Saturday night, maybe. See you guys Saturday night, maybe. Saturday night. Whatever happened to Saturday night? If you want to support the show, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show and become a patron to support this show and keep it going. Right now, it's not looking too good. See you tomorrow. See you Saturday. 6 out of 10. Hit the like button.